They thought it was a joke. They thought she was weak, timid, and too small to ever stand her ground in the gym where fighters trained like warriors. The moment she walked into the martial arts academy, whispers followed her, mocking her baggy hoodie, her thin wrists, her quiet eyes that carried more stories than she ever told. She was new, nervous, and simply wanted a chance to learn. But in that room full of confidence and arrogance, her silence was mistaken for weakness. "Hey, why don't you spar with the instructor?" one of the boys shouted, a grin spreading across his face. Laughter rippled through the group. They thought it would be entertaining, just a little fun at her expense. The instructor, a man built like iron, smirked and nodded, knowing he could end the match before it began. He approached her, arms crossed, and said, "Don't worry, I'll go easy on you." But something flickered in her eyes. She remembered the nights spent training alone in her garage, the bruises she hid, the tears she swallowed every time people doubted her. She wasn't just here to learn, she was here to prove herself. She slipped on the gloves, her breath steady, her heart beating like a drum of war. The bell rang. The room cheered. They were ready to watch her fail. The instructor lunged first, testing her balance. She dodged with sharp precision, the kind that didn't come from luck but from hours and hours of unseen training. He tried again, throwing a heavy jab. She blocked it and countered with a swift strike that caught him off guard. The crowd went silent for a moment. This wasn't supposed to happen. She wasn't supposed to land a hit. He grew serious, no longer smiling. His moves sharpened, his punches heavier. But she matched his rhythm, weaving, blocking, slipping through spaces like water. And then, like lightning, she saw her moment. With a perfectly timed combination, she struck. A blow so clean, so precise, it sent the instructor crashing to the floor. Silence filled the gym. Nobody laughed now. Nobody called her weak. The instructor lay motionless for a few seconds, his pride more wounded than his body. The students stared, their mouths open in disbelief. The girl everyone doubted, the one they thought would break, had just taken down the man they all feared. She didn't gloat. She didn't shout. She simply stepped back, removed her gloves, and whispered, "Never judge someone by what you see." Her voice trembled, not from fear, but from the weight of everything she had just proven. That day, the whispers stopped. Respect replaced ridicule. The girl who walked in invisible walked out untouchable. And her story became a lesson, not just about strength in fighting, but strength in spirit. It was about resilience, about never letting others define your worth, and about rising even when the world tries to push you down. So if you're watching this right now, remember her story. Remember that your quiet strength can silence the loudest doubts. And if you felt inspired by what she did, don't just leave. Like this video, share it with someone who needs courage today, and subscribe for more stories that remind you, you are stronger than you think, and your moment to rise is coming.